If you black, don't eat at Texas Roadhouse, man. Don't go there, bro. So I guess in Facebook, there's this group chat of these white supremacist people, and it's like 400,000 of them, bro. That's a lot of people. And I think majority of them are like servers. And they said if they got black customers, they gonna do stuff to your food. Our food? You can't even eat safe. They gonna lick it. It got so bad, Texas Roadhouse had to make a statement about it. Just because you made that statement don't mean I'm still going. Hell no. To mess with a person's food that's paying for it, even if they're not paying for it, to mess with someone's food is the highest level of disrespect. And those people in the group chat, they say they hate black people so much, but they're so obsessed. They're always thinking about ways to mess with them, ways to do this, ways to do that. I'm like, if I hate something, I'm not trying to think about something. It's really that they're obsessed. They want to be us so bad. I ain't gonna, if Texas Roadhouse don't say they got cameras everywhere in the kitchen, don't go.
Yo, so why did I just see on my For You page that Texas Roadhouse is getting canceled right now because they got a group chat with like racist white people saying that they're going to tamper all the black people's food and target us, and whenever we go to their restaurants and stuff like that, they're going to make sure our food doesn't come out the right way. Like what? Like what's going on? Like I did like the rolls at Texas Roadhouse, but I'm not going there ever again. I don't care. Like I'm not eating there because like that's unacceptable for one, and then for two, like their response to the video or whatever, I didn't like it at all. Like it just didn't seem like they really cared. They just wanted to keep our black dollars with us. Like, no, we're not doing that. We need to support black-owned businesses. They need to bring the prices down first so we can support them even more. Even if they keep the prices high, we still need to support them because, like, this is getting ridiculous for real. That's why I'm so pro-black because, like, we get hated on for no reason. We don't be doing nothing to nobody. So, like, I'm so confused as to why we're being targeted all the time. Like, it don't make no sense to me. Like, we literally just be living in our own world and, like, people will just hate on us for no reason. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, that's why I just cook my own food for real. I don't even eat out like that no more because, like, nobody got time for that. Like, why am I getting profiled just because of the color of my skin? Like, that don't even make no sense. So, like, Texas Roadhouse, like, making a statement just because they lost their verification is crazy to me. Like, y'all didn't even care for real. Y'all just lost that verification and y'all want to keep y'all sales up. That's why y'all want us to, you know, support y'all or whatever. But no, that's done. Like, we're not doing that. And then on top of that, the group chat should have never been made in the first place. And y'all definitely probably knew about that group chat because there's like 400,000 people in there. So how did y'all not know? Like, that don't even make no sense to me. So yeah, y'all are not getting my black dollars, and I hope a lot of y'all stop supporting them too, because them rolls are not that good to be supporting racism, like, at all.
Apparently there's a group chat full of 400,000 racist white people, white servers apparently, from Texas Roadhouse and the Logan's restaurant. So what they're trying to do is if someone black comes into one of their restaurants, they will take their order, the servers will take their order, they will make the food in the back, and the people in the back will spit in their food, they will lick their fingers and put it all over the food, but only to black people. So yeah, that is pretty disturbing, and Texas Roadhouse on TikTok did respond to this. You know, the typical corporate response of like, they are committed to treating every customer with respect, that there is no discrimination or no one is treated unfairly, you know, things like that. Then they made another response saying that they found the reports unfounding or something, but they're still investigating. But this is the post from either the page or it was just posted somewhere on Facebook, and the person responding is a real person. I found their profile, so this is a real person responding to this post. Now, personally, I don't believe it's 400,000 servers between Texas Roadhouse and Logan in this group. I do, however, believe that there are around 400,000 racist people, or maybe it's not even 400,000. I just don't think it's all just servers. I think it's just a group of racist people. All I can say for us black folk is do not eat at Texas Roadhouse, do not eat at Logan's. And I normally don't say don't eat at a place. I don't advocate for that, but for this, until this investigation is completed or the right people are fired, just don't eat at the...
Brothers and sisters, something is happening in Redhouse, Texas, and this is an awareness video. I came across this post and I saw what Redhouse restaurant was trying to do to black people. And this is something that has been going on for a long time. We call it food tampering. We are having alleged cases of food tampering from white folks that are forming Facebook groups and discussing how they mistreat black customers, including alleged food tampering. Brothers and sisters, stay away from these kinds of restaurants because this is something which is happening. There is nothing much worse like paying for a food that's going to be causing food poisoning in your stomach. That's really, really bad. And the biggest thing and the deeper thing is not even about the food poisoning. I want you to look at the psychosis of white people and how they behave. Look at their psychology, right? And this usually speaks a lot of things. Most of the time, people don't look at things in that perspective. And I want to tell you that this is how this group of people are always, and I'm not saying like all white folks are behaving in this type of way, not really. What I'm trying to say is that this is something that has been going on for a long time. And you need to look at it deep to what is really happening, in how these people like violence. It's not like they are trying to fight with somebody, nope. But you can definitely see how they are treating black people. You can definitely see how they are behaving with handling black people in social lives and everything that's really happening. So brothers and sisters, this was an awareness video that I really wanted to share with you, so that you get to understand what is really happening. And I think the best way possible to deal with this is just hit at home. That's what really matters. But this is something way much deep than food, brothers and sisters. Don't get your eyes off the target, because this is something that needs to be addressed. This is something that needs to be talked about. So brothers and sisters, I want to switch this video, then I'll be back with my thoughts and commentaries. I'm your host and presenter, Agent Stories. So let's get into it. I'll be back.
These places. Y'all stay aware and stay safe.
This tip-off was originally posted by Nancy Smith in a white pride group. It was subsequently reshared by numerous accounts and quickly sparked outrage. Some even went so far as to call on people of color to stop patronizing Texas Roadhouse.
First of all, the food really is not that good. Okay, so the black dollar, we need to stop putting it places because we can cook. We can cook better than that food tastes, and y'all know it. Stop going to Texas Roadhouse. Stop going to anywhere that you can't watch them preparing your food. If it ain't Chipotle, Subway, some other kind of way, we will not be eating there until this list comes out and we see every restaurant, every location, every person who's been doing shit to our food. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Find the list. Somebody do us a favor here now. We were asking you a favor. I need you to infiltrate that list. Screenshot it. Okay, and there may or may not be a reward for it. So get on that.
It was never safe for us to eat out anyway. And now that we see Texas Roadhouse being under fire for their employees coming out in a group chat on Facebook, or a group on Facebook talking about how if they see black diners come in, they spit in their food, they lick their fingers and put it in their food, and them not telling us what it is the cooks do. But this is something we should have been known, because I want y'all to understand. Yes, this is horrible. This is biological warfare. This is terrorism, domestic terrorism at its finest. But I also need y'all to understand that it was already an issue anytime you go out to eat anywhere, because hygiene and lack thereof comes into play. Believe me, I worked in fast food for a long time. I was the assistant GM for multiple different restaurants, and I know how people's hygiene is lacking. So that, coupled on top of the fact that we have to deal with anti-blackness, and you may be having somebody serving you or somebody making your food that just don't like you because of the way you look, that's always a risk we take. If that food is not prepared by us, if we don't see ourselves making that food, if we don't see somebody like us, we're taking a really big risk. And I can't tell you how many times I've ended up sick. Lots of people get food poisoning from going out to eat. It's not just oopsie daisies or a once-off thing. But I thought this was already a known thing, that we don't eat it if we didn't see you cook it. The same way that we say that we don't eat other people's food, we don't eat other people's cooking when they bring the potluck or whatever the case is, that same thing should apply to going out to eat, because these people don't fuck with us for real, and will go as far as announcing to the world that they are spitting in our food because of the color of our skin.
Texas Roadhouse, I'm trying to understand how all the snow crickets and the goddamn Claritin warriors are on Facebook, 400,000, and they work and serve for you. I'm confused. You have a safe space for racists? And it's rampant. It's been going on for years. What is going on? You got the snow crickets leaping, jumping, hopping, happy. Girl! And then you gonna put a goddamn ChatGPT statement out because you lost your verification? I can't conceptualize that. I can't put that. It's no words. I don't understand. Like 400,000. Do you know, bitch, that's a country. You got a country of racists within a country of racists. Y'all have lost your goddamn mind to think that I'm going to sit here. That's why y'all throw the peanuts on the.
So y'all ain't gonna talk about how Texas Roadhouse tried to say they can't see their comments because TikTok didn't unverify them. Due to losing verification, our comments are not being seen. Y'all can see exactly what the people talking about. So basically, they came up with this lie because it's a Facebook group that's been found. The Facebook group has over 400,000 people that's admitting to contaminating black people's food when they eating at the restaurant. Texas Roadhouse was one of the restaurants that were mentioned, and people are in their comments. So now they're trying to say they can't see their comments. Do anybody remember when that girl found them staples in her biscuits at Texas Roadhouse and the manager tried to gaslight her? Whole time it's making sense.
This Texas Roadhouse situation is so scary to me because you really don't know what people are doing with your food before you get to it. Before it gets to you. I used to have a friend I went to high school with, and then we worked together for a while together, and she used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings, and she told me that if a table was rude, they would give them the Buffalo Wild Wings special, which would mean that they would do stuff to your food. They would put it in the dishwater first, and then take it out and cook it, and then give it to you, or like all kinds of heinous things. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And she's like, no, that's what happens. You got to be careful. You know, that's where the whole like premise of you got to be nice to your waiter because they're going to spit in your food. My mom is from the South, so she was always big on you never eat at anybody's house, or be very careful whose house you're eating at. Eat before you go. And to this day, my mom still does not like going out to eat. She'd rather cook her own food because she'll say, like, you don't know what they're doing to your food back there. You don't know what they're putting in it. And I would always say to her, Mom, well, you don't know what the butcher's doing in the back either. And she's like, I don't care. I know once it gets to me what I'm doing with it. And I feel like sometimes the only recourse you have is to maybe pray over your food. But I think it is kind of scary that in a day and age of DoorDash, you don't know what the driver's doing. It's just scary how many people have access to things that you don't know about.
Yo, I just seen a post saying that there's a whole racist group chat of like 400,000 people that are tampering with like black people's foods at the restaurants. They specifically mentioned Texas Roadhouse and this other place called Logan's. Now you can't even trust going to, I mean, I'm sure this ain't nothing new, to be honest, but now they're just out in the open. I can't ever go to Texas Roadhouse.
So apparently a racist group chat on Facebook emerged where they're admitting to doing stuff to black people's food at Texas Roadhouse and Logan's. I'm really glad that this was brought up because do y'all remember like probably around this time last year that a black family went to Texas Roadhouse and they found staples in their biscuits? I know with every fiber of my being that this has been going on for much longer than we think. They said that it started around the time that the Carmelo Anthony trial started. Okay, boom. That not like just a couple months ago before earlier this year, right? We have to start pulling our money back from these corporations because here's the truth, right? And we can be mad at Texas Roadhouse all we want to, but here's the truth. This is how big business really works. We have to really start thinking about corporations for what they are. We have to really start thinking about white supremacy for what it is, right? Racism for what it is. Corporation, a business of that size, of that conglomerate, is just a bunch of individuals with their own morals, their own prejudices, and their own biases working for a corporation, creating a culture and a system. That is how white supremacy works, right? Everyone's like, well, I'm not racist and da-da-da-da. This is the system. The system is the individuals who hold biases are in positions that affect our everyday lives. So the only way to really defeat white supremacy and racism is for us to start being the system ourselves. We have to start creating our own systems, our own food places, our own grocery stores, our own agriculture, our own everything. This is not just white people. Like, I'm not just saying just black people we need to do this. I'm saying all people. Until we start doing things for ourselves, the longer that we wait for the system to fix it, the less likely it is to get done. It's actually never going to happen because the system isn't a system. It's a collective, right? And until we as the collective start doing for ourselves, the system itself is never going to fix itself. So we just have to pick somewhere to start. My place is, let's start with the food. Because the way that all of this food is coming up, something's wrong with the food, whether it's people doing something to the food coming back with salmonella and psychospora, it's an issue. We need to take back control of our food system first. Because if we can feed each other, that's a great start.
Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more than that little statement, boo. Yes, I know y'all been seeing, but if y'all have not been seeing, Yeah, Texas Roadhouse, step of the light. So if y'all don't know, it's a group on Facebook with none but colored people. And it's about 400,000 of them in there. Now, through the midst of, all the, let's be clear, the racism that they got going on in there. A lot of restaurant employees talk about what they do when they have a black customer. Now, one of the most talked about restaurants and that people have noticed is Texas Roadhouse. Well, a lot of their employees are in there on the fake pages talking about some of what they do when they see a colored person, and they talk about like they spit in the food, they rub it on the floor, they bring it out nasty, yada 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 yada. Now them rolls, them rolls fire. I need the rolls every day. They come out fresh. I can see that. But my food, not gonna lie, a couple times it has been nasty. And all Texas Roadhouse did was just make a little statement. No, babe, we want to see action. We need to get them folk up out of there. Yeah, cause see, y'all be hiring anybody, and I did have a bad experience the last 2 times I went. I ain't been back since. Cause them ribs was real cold and I was mad. But that's so crazy that y'all even letting people get away with that. Like, is nobody seeing these people, or they lying on y'all? Like, somebody got to step in the light real quick. Cause yeah, about my food, I never play. If I ever get a plate of food, and I see any type of saliva or dirt, the way I'm walking through that kitchen and running a muck through everybody getting on the grill. But that gotta stop. Texas Roadhouse, that little quick little story post y'all did, yeah, no, we need to see action. Go ahead and make a quick little document on who you all firing and pressure charging on. We need that now. Yeah, because y'all finna start losing a lot of business. A whole lot of business. So somebody better come to the forefront. Them rolls can't save y'all. Well, they might. Damn, no bitch is good. But no, the fact. But that's crazy. Like, I just don't get it. It's just never that serious. Like, there's no way black people piss y'all off that bad. Like, it's just no way that black people piss y'all off that bad. We gotta do better. Like, y'all gonna end up getting hurt. I'll put a bitch in the grease and on the grill by my food. But you gonna be sizzling like that steak, I promise you. I need the CEO to speak out. I don't care about no little note from the HR team. I need the CEO to step in the lights. Somebody must be dealt with. Who around here spitting and wiping it with their ass? Somebody must come to the forefront, love. I know you lying.
I didn't even know this was taking place, but Texas Roadhouse lost their verification checkmark right here on this platform. And they released a statement, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is the statement they released. I'll let you pause to read. They also released this statement. I'll let you pause to read it. So Texas Roadhouse is facing a lot of backlash, and I don't even know if it's due to any fault of their own. I really don't know the context behind it. What I can tell you is that you can pause to read this, and this is why they are facing backlash. I will not read it, but you can pause to read. So that post came from a Facebook group, and this Facebook group is all white people. It's a white and proud group. I'm just going to be honest. That's what the group was called. But somebody made the group public at some point. And when it went public, a bunch of black people and people of color basically infiltrated the group, basically. And it happened weeks ago, but since then, they have been going back and forth in that group, racist against black people, racist against people of color, because they feel like their group is taken over and they've made a new group. But somebody in the group decided to post that statement saying that they've worked for Texas Roadhouse, and there's just a known fact amongst people, white racists who work at Texas Roadhouse, that when a black table orders food from them, they purposefully sabotage their food. They purposefully compromise their food. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of people have stated, and there's videos on here of people who've had bad experiences at Texas Roadhouse, people of color, black people. And I don't know how that video got away from Texas Roadhouse and this one got their attention, but because of that, they've lost their check mark and they are trying to quote unquote make things right. They said that their hospitality is unreasonably crazy when it comes to people of color and black people. I don't know Texas Roadhouse. I don't eat at Texas Roadhouse. I don't even remember a time eating at Texas Roadhouse. We have one here, but I never go there. I don't know. I don't think the statement's going to be strong enough. I don't think your argument's going to be strong enough. You might need to do some internal investigations, and this should have been the case to begin with.
Former Texas Roadhouse servers are coming to the internet and telling their story after they were written up for mentioning racist seating arrangements. They called these areas color sections, and they would often be back by the bathrooms or back by the kitchen. Now, personally, I've only been to Texas Roadhouse a handful of times, so I can't recall, but I can recall this happening at multiple other restaurants. There's been a few times where I've walked into a restaurant. The one time I'm thinking of right now is a Denny's. I walked into a Denny's and I looked around, and it was literally white people on one side and black people on one side. And I was like, did they do this on purpose? And then another time, I remember I walked into an Applebee's and it was the same way. It was white people on this side and black people on this side. And I know People don't seat themselves in these type of restaurants. So clearly something is going on, and I'm sure the employees, the people that work there, would know best. But I see why they wouldn't speak up, because a lot of those people that work those type of jobs, they need their jobs. They can't risk their job trying to call something out. A few brave ones did, but at the end of the day, it needs to be called out. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever walked into a restaurant and clearly seen that it was segregated.
Yeah, the communities, I have two of them close by me, and I live in a rural Texas community, and I live in ones that historically have said they're very, very racist. I own businesses in them, and trust me, anytime they let me know, they can open me or shut me down. So I didn't know that when moving here from Colorado, where I bought my preschools, that they were in such communities that had a lot of history of racism. Was everybody there bad? No, there's a lot of sweet, but trust me, they let me know very quickly that I was black in their community. Anytime a parent got mad, or heck, the director literally shut my school down and had the nurse to go online and do a little rampage, and all the people in the community like reposting text messages and, oh, she didn't pay, she didn't do this. Listen, if you're not collecting funds and you literally took it upon yourself to close my business down without my permission, yeah, make it make sense. Where's the money coming from? But they're on there doing their little crazy stuff. And so the communities that those two restaurants are out here by me, I wouldn't be one bit shocked. But my mom always told me, like, if you're rude to people, be careful, because when she was in high school, she worked at a Taco Bell, and anytime customers would be rude, the staff would spit in their cups, swirl it, and drink it. So she just told me, don't send stuff back, be very kind, or eat at home and cook at home. So, for the reason in this terrible economy anyway, just to cook at home. And as black customers, we can choose where we want to spend our coins and our dollars. There's so many great restaurants of color. Eat there. Let them have that processed nasty biscuits that they're serving. I'm unbothered. I like seasoning on my food regardless. Just not my vibe. So yeah, I just try to support businesses that support us. And it's sad that the country is still divided right now. And I want everybody to be able to live together, love together, and all those different things. But listen, a lot of times I've done my research, and I took a lot of courses in college, and the black community was way better when it was segregated. To be honest, our kids actually got educated. They had kids and instructors that looked like them, that actually cared about them in the community, and they were able to see black excellence every single day. And then we decided that we'd integrate, and it's been a nightmare since. So obviously, I'm a Christian. We all should get along. But at the end of the day, if we're not welcome there, quit visiting there. Like, make it make sense. Especially when there's so many amazing black businesses that we can use our black dollars at. We need to do more of that.
Hello and good evening. Listen, don't mind me, my head's cold. I don't know if y'all have heard about this White and Proud group chat. Now, again, full disclosure, because I like to laugh and I'm foolish, I infiltrated and made a couple of comments. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all know that's not what I want to talk about. Why they got Redhouse out here fucked up. Now Redhouse done had to come out and make statements, and people about to get fired because them people posted in their little racist group chat that they spit in black people's food. And it's not just the servers, the cooks and the busboys are all in on it. And now Redhouse is out here saying, we don't support that. That's not us. And they got their check removed. They are no longer verified. When y'all gonna learn racism is expensive? Not only is y'all gonna cause these people, Redhouse, to lose their business, but y'all gonna lose y'all jobs too. And I really hate that for myself because I love them rolls. Them rolls have me in a chokehold. I tell y'all, I don't even go for the food. I don't care about the steak. I don't care about the fries. I only go for the rolls, y'all. And you know you can buy a bag of them rolls, a half a dozen at a time. The next morning, with just some regular butter and your coffee, and racists done ruined it for everybody. The fuck? That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to bed now. Okay, bye.
Palm-colored people are weird. They've always been weird. There's maybe like a select few of them that are cool as shit, but the rest of them are weird. When you don't like somebody, you pay them no money. They don't exist to you. You don't talk to them. You don't hang around them. You don't put yourself in proximity of them. They don't exist to you. Yet, there are so many white people that hate other races, but you go out your way to be in the mix with those races. I don't get it. It's such a large amount of palm-colored people that don't like black people. But when you see them in neighborhoods that don't belong to you, might I add, you go out your way to be in their business. It's so weird, right? Like, because it literally could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. I don't get it.
So for context and pretext, I am talking about the information that is going around about this Facebook group that apparently was full of servers, cooks, and people who work in some corporate-owned / franchisee-owned restaurants where they are tampering with black customers' food. Spit, farting on food, touching their food, doing shit, just doing stuff to people's food, okay? It doesn't matter what, it's just all wrong, okay? Now, first of all, most corporate / franchisee owned restaurants, and especially at least where I live here in Louisville, Kentucky, are not black owned. So whether we go and support those restaurants or not, they probably don't care. Does it make a dent in their pockets? We have seen that with the Target situation. We've seen that with any places that we've actually stood 10 toes down and boycotted and said we're not doing it anymore. We do see that it has an effect. Does it always result in people getting fired or these businesses being shut down? Not always. Can it help incite change? Most of the time it does. But here's what I want to touch on. First of all, because of the things that are happening within the government, there's a lot of protections and things that have been removed and caused a lot of the mess we've got going on. So the parasite outbreak, these food recalls, a lot of these illnesses and things that are making reemergences is because of the things that have been taking place over the last couple of years. So we need to be aware and careful and cautious when we are talking about the places that we occupy, where we spend our money, where we're getting our foods and things of that nature at. So about a week ago or two, I made a video saying, please go out, support farmers markets. There was a reason why I said that. This is the said reason. You can get locally grown and operated foods, even down to your meats, for those that, eat meat, vegetables, fruits, flowers, a lot of goods from farmers markets. And in most cities, you probably have about 3 or 4 or more local markets that get ran during the season on the weekends. Now here in Louisville, we happen to have, I think there's one that operates on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but most of ours are on Saturday, and then we have a couple that happen on Sunday, which gives people opportunities. We also have locally owned stores, grocers, or meat counter type butcher shops that typically get produce locally. We have fruit and farm market stands that are open here 7 days a week. So we don't have to rely on corporate owned places to obtain foods from you guys. Now here's what I'm going to encourage to happen. One, start going and shopping and getting foods from these places. I'm not saying that no, we can't go out to eat, but you might want to start being very selective about where you're going to eat. Black people, y'all might want to start figuring out where our black owned restaurants are. I think it's time for us to start a thread, just like we had to do when it came down to the whole nail salon situation. When it's come down to anything and we are encouraging people to shop not only local, but black owned, I think it's time that we spread that a little even further. The people that are crashing out, the racists, the people who are blatantly racist, they're crashing out and they're ramping up, and it's becoming very dangerous. We ain't got time to play, y'all. They are messing with us medically. They're messing with the food. They're messing with jobs. They're messing with people's safety. They're messing with people's livelihoods. They are messing with people just overall down to this whole deportation mess that we are facing and dealing with. Like, it's all the way around. And until we all do something in some way, I don't care how small it is, let's help us rebuild our communities and our resources. Period, point blank. It's time to build our resources. And knowledge is power.
I don't care what nobody say, and I don't want to hear nothing. Don't even try me, because I'm not to be played with. I am Christianity. I'm very Christianity, but I'm not that type of Christianity. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let this go. There is not masses for centuries of black people deciding to wake up and unalive themselves by way of a tree and a rope. There's no way. Number one, Black people have been through the storm and the rain, high waters, and you pick the struggle. We done been through it, so we know how to go through. We're very strong individuals. No one can't try to convince me that there are masses, several hundreds, and then there are no stories of no other cultured people doing this. Did y'all think about that? There are no other stories of any other cultures being found this way. When I heard about this Facebook group, I'm going down several streets, just go with me. This 400,000 group chat on Facebook with nothing but pale people, racist pale people, talking about what they be doing to people food at Texas Roadhouse. Is it Texas Roadhouse and Logan's? This seems to come up every time somebody is in a specific office. The principal, anytime the principal, he carries that spirit. And for the life of me, y'all wanted to call this man, he Christianity, he does, he that. That man, Jesus, I'm trying not to put on that straight, Jesus. I know, I'm having several conversations right now, but he literally invokes the spirit of racism. He invokes it, okay? But doesn't hear, some people go blame it on so many other things, whatever. Do you mean to tell me it's a group chat of 400,000 people being funny, laughing, and kikiing in a group chat, talking about what they be doing to people food, who's Black? And then y'all want us to believe that we are the only cultured people that are being found on trees, being unalived, and we're doing it ourselves? You really want us to believe that? See, I could go down this street, but people don't understand the true reason why this is happening to brown people. Because we can take that, I'm not gonna go there. I'm trying. When I tell y'all there are demons operating in industries and places, these are high-ranking spirits for this hour and this time. High-ranking. I don't care who don't like this conversation. I don't care. I'm not here for you. If you don't like this conversation, then I'm not here for you. Amen. There are high-ranking spirits that is literally targeted for this hour. The hour that is now, which is what we're calling the end times. For the life of me, people piss me off because why is you playing with my food? Because you're playing with my food. Saliva? Oh, no. So I guess, and I don't know how true this is, Texas Roadhouse got their blue check taken, I think, on TikTok or something like that. So they had made a statement and all these other things. And let me tell y'all, Black people, we love us some Texas Roadhouse. we love that bread and that fake butter. That butter is so fake, y'all. They come some butter spread. That is not butter. Butter is not real. That is not for real. This is so disturbing because why is you playing with people's food? That's so low down. That is so, it makes me mad. And here's the thing. Someone will still find a reason why it's okay for this group chat on Facebook and for them to talk about servers contaminating food before they get to the people. Y'all will still find a reason. Well, sometimes y'all will still find a reason, okay? Just like with people being hanging from trees. Y'all finding every reason why that's okay. Do y'all understand that y'all are coming into agreement with demon activity when y'all think that's okay? Well, he was like George Floyd. Well, he was that means you're in agreement. You're agreeing to, he was a bad person, huh? So bad because someone has a past they deserve to be unalived by the hands of someone else. Like, what are we saying? That's how you know demons and devils is real. That's how you know they're really operating in this hour. Demonic activity. Anybody that hates other races, it's demonic. It's a spirit. It's a full spirit, and it's super demonic. And it's come from the spirit of hatred and other things. This group chat is crazy. This is why you pray over your food. This is why when I be going to restaurants, you make somebody mad. I'm just gonna leave. You sure? I don't want your food. I will pull off at the window. I didn't piss you off because you mad. My sister always be telling me, don't make them mad because they gonna be doing this stuff to our food. So you be nice to the people. You gotta be nice to the people. But it sounds like even if you're nice, they spitting in your food. Saliva. That's weird activity. Y'all are weird.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching this video from. Again, I'm your host and presenter H Stories. Let's just be honest. This is way much beyond food. You need to look at it deep. The type of people that you've been dealing with. In majority of times, this is something that happens. This is something that we see happening. So brothers and sisters, there is an alleged case of food tampering. And if you're a Black person who is watching this video, it is high time. It's either you start eating at home, cooking your own food at home, and just learn to do that, because what we are seeing happening, it's something which is worth questioning, brothers and sisters. Indeed, it is something that is worth questioning. Whatever we are saying that is happening currently is worth questioning. And it is way deep, because you need to look at the psychosis of white people and how they behave, with how they handle issues. These things didn't start today, brothers and sisters. These things didn't start today. Brothers and sisters, the evil of a person to do this to their customers. Imagine this is their customers. What can they do if black folks were not their customers? I just want you to think. I'm not trying to create things out of the moon. I'm just talking about something that is worth addressing. I'm just talking about something that needs to be talked about. So when we look at these scenarios, when we look at these cases, this is what we see. This is what we see happening, brothers and sisters. I don't really know what you think about this, but I want to go through the comment section and look at what people really said in regards to this, right? So somebody said that, believe it, this is everywhere. Many restaurants, trust none of them. I'm not eating at none of these nasty places. I hope all the Texas Roadhouse restaurants go out of business and everyone loses their jobs, right? This is where black people are not thinking. What makes you think that's the only white establishment that's doing that? That's just a critical question that somebody's asking that needs an answer. So the best way possible as a black person is to eat somewhere safe. Because I told you, majority of times when you look at the psychology and how these people think and the extent that they can do to you, now you get to understand what's really happening. Somebody said that, for me, I know Texas Roadhouse is not the only one doing it. Think about those who are not saying it out loud but still doing this. Go to black-owned restaurants or sit your behind at home and cook your own food. I stopped going to restaurants a long time ago, and my friends would have always think that I am paranoid. Cook your own damn food at home and keep your dollars in your wallets. If we are not welcome at someone else's table, let's build our own table. That's so powerful. If you're not welcome in someone else's table, build your own damn table. Right? Somebody asked, who is eating at Texas Roadhouse? Anyway, I patronized a well-known ice cream restaurant on the way to the Grand Canyon a number of years ago. I ordered a couple of milkshakes for me and my daughter in the drive-thru. The young white man took our order, and it seemed lengthy amount of time to come back with the drinks. Finally done. We paid and got back on the road. About 10 minutes down the road, something appeared off. I opened my shake, and a ball or air was prominently placed halfway down. I told my daughter not to eat another bite. I looked like the young man simply emptied the drain in the back and placed it down far enough that we would have not noticed. The amount of evil you have to do something so vile is beyond me. Like everyone has been saying, watch out and don't order from anywhere you can't see them preparing the food. No delivery service, no call ahead, no app orders. Cook at home. This recent food bacteria outbreak tells us all we need to know about and how much the food industry cares about the public. So stay safe. That's all I gotta say. So people are opening up and people are sharing their stories. And you can definitely see what's really going on. You can definitely see what's really happening, right? Somebody said that, I never forgot. I stopped at this gas station on my way to South Carolina from Georgia called Dad's. My aunt always stopped there, so it was a tradition since it, as at the border play, the lottery end was in a small town. So they had a little restaurant in there, and I said I wanted a hot dog. The white lady smiled at me and took my money, and a white guy in the back fixed my food. So we get back on the road and I bite into the hot dog. The chili was piping hot, but the wiener was ice cold, like it came out of the freezer. They were smiling at me the whole time. I said, okay, see how you roll. I never stopped there ever again. Now they are out of business. The best way to deal with these folks is get them out of business. Simple, right?